Finally talking about the show. I'm not gonna go over every freaking detail like I usually do. Good show. Now, first off, the one thing we gotta get out of the way. Wonder Man being black. Not race washing BS for once, not technically, because of the old Ultimates comic, 2 pages specifically, and that's still the top Google result for Black Wonder Man. That is hilarious. Point is, an artist fucked up, because Ultimates Wonder Man and the rest of the old comic run, didn't look like that. But those panels became known. They accidentally became known when discussions of Black Wonder Man came out to begin with. People brought up those pages. So MCU WonderMan still in that gray area. And I know race wash cases, they keep getting worse. I cannot keep up anymore. Speaking of the old Ultimates universe, the show borrows from that, but in the old Ultimates comic, Wonder Man was a former bodybuilder. In the show, he's an actor. And he's a mutant. The show did not take very long to show that. I don't mind that. I don't mind all this mutant setup. In fact, we're getting the sad mutant backgrounds. Wonder Man never had any friends. His powers went off after his father died. Kitchen was on fire, and it was one of those scenes where, oh, the kid's fine. Completely fine. No one knows what happened to him, but because he's a mutant, the rest of his family doesn't know he's a mutant either. And there's also Damage Control, Modern Mutants. That asshole is trying to track down Wonder Man, and it seems he'll be the Senator Kelly equivalent. Or at least for now. But tracking him down is somewhat justified because Wonder Man can't control his powers. He really can't control his shit. And it's not just trauma that sets it off. Any type of pressure sets it off. Like when he was getting through his breakup, he was in his apartment, he was not chill. Eyes were glowing. I thought he was gonna Hulk out. Couldn't calm it down and fucked up the wall. And another time, a few episodes later, it was his mom's birthday, whole family there, and specifically Haitian, a whole Haitian family. The near crash didn't happen right away. His brother had to start shit. His brother is a freaking asshole. It just had to be one of those times, one of those family get-togethers where one brother is like, has a better job, and he's like, oh, what have you been doing? You've been selfish, whatever, shit like that. And worse, he blames the brother for the kitchen being burned down when he doesn't know his brother's a mutant. Things were escalating. Simon couldn't chill. Ended up destroying the freaking kitchen counter. Their mom's kitchen counter. At least they didn't panic. The brother was just like, what the hell, man? And Simon left. And I found out that in the comics, Simon's brother is a villain. So it's going to be time to whoop his ass later, in the later season. And the brother is definitely going to be the type to treat Simon as a monster when he finds out that he's a mutant. And before the crash out, there was one bit of Simon talking to some of his cousins. It was a fucked up thing where they assumed he couldn't speak or understand Haitian anymore because he's been living in Hollywood for so long. They spoke Haitian right in front of him and he still heard them. That's fucked up. One thing about mutants in the MCU now, before anyone says, oh, people shouldn't be scared because it's a universe that already got aliens, that already had the Avengers and so much other shit, this universe also already had people with powers destroying shit like Hulk. So fear of mutants, just one person with powers in a single town, is justified. Also, I never knew this concept art. Look at this. I would have put that in my previous Hulk video if I knew. Savage Hulk is a freaking monster. Yet, Savage Hulk fanboys want this back. If Savage is actually back in the next Spider-Man film without any type of catch, I'm gonna be pissed. The other main thing about the show, Ben Kingsley is in it. And I must say, it is crazy that he's been part of the MCU for 13 years now. Marvel better let him be an Indian Mandarin variant in Secret Wars. He deserves it. He deserves to actually be a full-on villain. He was working with Damage Control, but against his freaking will, they threatened to take him back to jail because remember, his dudes broke him out. But of course, they didn't go through with, trying to help them get evidence that Simon's a mutant. There was one episode mainly about Doorman, yes, that's his name. The character was created 5 years after Spot, but he definitely got the same powers as him. He's a mutate because of some shit that was just seeping out of the dumpster, dumped by some other company, Roxxon. I was thinking of Alchemax, but no, this is some other company in the Marvel Universe. This guy went into acting, was known for one catchphrase. Things were fine until shooting one scene. He seemingly killed another actor, but he just sent him to the Shadow Realm and he can't go in there. Don't know what happened, and ever since, Hollywood had a freaking clause stopping metahumans from being in movies or TV shows. So Simon being a mutant, that's a problem. and he gotta keep that under wraps. So he gets a part 4 WonderMan, biggest role he ever wants to be in. And some Hollywood interviewer was interviewing him and Ben Kingsley's character, and Simon found out what happened to him being arrested and working with damage control. Simon's rightfully pissed, even though, again, Ben Kingsley's character didn't do it, he didn't snitch. Simon just couldn't calm it down, went into a studio and just basically nuked it. Let all his anger out, and then damage control was on his ass. Until Trevor took the fall, pretending to be Mandarin again. Which, yeah, that is the perfect cover for that studio getting blown up. So things are good for him in Hollywood. His secret isn't blown, except to damage control, because he goes to the freaking secret prison Trevor's at and breaks him out. And before that, he walks through to his cell, shortens out every camera, and he breaks Trevor out by flying out. Don't know how he expects to do movies now. He better join Sam's Avengers. Lastly, no one can say this show isn't different from usual.